Alright, hey, Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another show and tell video. Alright, I got a new part to help me at the racetrack, alright, or a new kind of tool. It's a Jobsite fan, alright? It's a Dewalt Jobsite fan. Alright, it just runs off of the Dewalt 20V batteries. Alright, and recently I got, I upgraded my Dewalt tools to like 20 volts, alright? So currently right now, I'm using this Vornado fan. And I'm using this rigid blower fan, alright, to cool my bike down at the racetrack, okay? One thing about electric bikes is they get hot, and when they get too hot, they lose power or they just shut off totally, okay? So you need to do your best to keep it cool. What really heats the battery up most is repeated discharging and charging, alright? And what you do when you're riding the bike, you're repeatedly discharging and charging. You're probably doing more discharging than charging, but when you use that regen, it actually is charging the battery, alright guys? And then yeah, when you go back to the pits and you go plug and you want to top off your battery, you know, you plug it into the charger, you're going to charge it and it's going to heat the battery up again. So it's just like a never-ending cycle of it getting heat soaked, okay? And it's very hard to get rid of the heat. Well, one way to combat that is to force cool it, alright? And one way you can force cool it is with convection, guys, alright? That's, you know, blowing air onto it, alright? Cooler air. Probably the next best, the best would probably be to use an air conditioner, guys, alright? But I don't have that luxury at the racetrack. Sorta, we might be able to rig something up with the air conditioner. I actually do have an air conditioner lying around that I could probably try that. but anyway, I bought this thing, alright. Currently, like I said, I'm using this blower fan, alright, and I'm using this Vornado fan. I do like using a regular fan and then the blower fan. This guy eats up a lot of power, alright, so it's gonna put a lot of load, puts extra load on my generator, and then, you know, I run out of power from the generator, or the generator just like guzzles power, alright. It's pretty nice. It's got like a little, I'll have links to the videos for these, you know, these fans, like when I shot videos about them if you want to learn more about them. But I think I got this from Home Depot. This is about $100, all right, and it has two extra. It has like a little power strip on here too, with the breaker also. So okay, so it's kind of like a power strip and a blower fan in one. All right, this thing is super powerful, all right. However, it's kind of hard to adjust where the air goes, and the air is kind of like, you know, it's condensed, all right. It's not like, you know, it's not like wide, all right. So so it's really only cooling like a spot, all right. Like, so I would aim it at the battery or aim it at the controller, aim it at the motor type of thing, all right. And that's pretty much all it can do. It really only cools one component type thing. That's why I like having this, all right. The wind that it blows, all right, that it produces is more wide dispersed, right? And this thing still has a lot of power. And if you're using a fan out there, you need a really powerful one, guys. All right, you need a fan strong enough to, you know, to blow air faster than like the wind type of thing, all right? So you need a really powerful fan. But generally, I notice even on just the first setting, the lowest setting on this, it's already sufficient, all right? All right. But yeah, the adjustment is not very good. Anyway, so I bought this fan to replace this fan. The reason I want to replace this fan is because it's just odd. It's an odd shape, all right, and it takes up. It's hard to pack in the car and stuff, all right. And then you have to, and there's a cord, so you have to. The cord management is tough on it, all right. It's just I don't want to be wrapping up cords every day, you know. When it's time to go home at the end of the day, I would just rather just throw everything in there rather than going and wrapping stuff up and trying to figure out where I'm going to put this. So that's why I wanted to try this out, all right? And so here we go. We're going to do the show and tell on this guy, all right? The video's about this. So let's go take a look at it. I got it on Amazon for $76. That's a pretty good deal. Hayes, you know Hayes Omega, man. He's always shopping for a good deal, all right? I believe this one was close to $100, and this one I got on Facebook Marketplace for about $50. So this was a, you know, Facebook Marketplace special, but this one is an Amazon special, all right? The reason I think it was so cheap was because this came from the Amazon like warehouse. It's like I think it's like an open box return dealy. So I guess somebody bought it and they returned it. So hopefully everything is still in there and it's clean. All right, like they didn't use it. All right, we'll find that out when we open it up. All right, but yeah, $76. I think normally these go for around $100. All right, so I got a pretty good discount on it, and I got free shipping on it. So. All right, so let's go we'll take a look at the box, we'll take a look at the fan, and then we'll hook it up, and then maybe we can benchmark it against these other fans. All right, I don't really know. Oh, there's a CFM rating right here. Okay, so yeah, we can go over to CFM ratings. I'll go look up the CFM ratings on all of these fans. All right, right now. Okay, so I looked up the CFM ratings for each one of these fans. All right. So this one, all right, the 20-volt Dewalt Jobsite fan, it says on the box here, it moves 650 CFMs. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and then I looked up this one. All right, this is called a rigid air mover, and it moves 600 CFM. All right, and this one is a Vornado CR1-0023. All right, Vornado fan. This moves 325 CFM. All right, so this moves like half the air of this. So that's pretty impressive, guys. And it's battery powered, so I don't have to plug it in. And it won't eat up power for my generator, all right? All I have to do is make sure I carry the charger and like some extra batteries with me, all right, and it pretty much moves the same amount of air as this. It actually moves more air than this. I'm actually excited to try this out, all right? So let's go take a look at this guy more closely. Okay, sorry for the glare of the light. Let's take a look at the box first before we take it out, before we do the unboxing. So this is the Dewalt. This is part of its 20-volt max line. All right, so you have to have the 20-volt Dewalt batteries to use this. Okay, this is a cordless job site fan. All right, it's the tool only. It doesn't come with any batteries. All right, it's IP54 certified. So that means it looks like it's resistant to water and rain. So yeah, so that's good, because when we're at the racetrack, we're planning to use this outdoors, guys. So yeah, it's rated for like inclement weather sort of stuff. Okay, it says battery and charger sold separately here. Okay, it says here, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, here it says the battery and the charger are sold separately. All right, so you have to already have them. That's why you gotta have to buy into the 20-volt dealie. Mega's the Dewalt boy now. So also it says maximum initial battery voltage measured without a workload is 20 volts. All right, nominal voltage is 18 volts. All right, so I guess when it's fully charged, it's 20 volts, guys, and then when it's operating, like when it's like at 50%, it's like 18 volts. Type of deal. Okay, this is the model for the fan. All right, Delta Charlie Echo 512 Bravo. All right, DCE 512 Bravo. All right, and it says it's guaranteed tough. Okay, that's what the side of the fan looks. The box looks like. It's pretty much the same information. Same thing with the top. Okay, and okay, there's some stuff here on the back though. You probably want to take a look at. Okay. So it is a 279.4 millimeter. Where did they come up with that number, guys? Cordless job site fan, tool only. All right. You can use it freestanding or with multiple integrated mounting options, including hanging hooks or wall-mounted base. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, there's different ways you can use it. CFM rating is 650. That's what I mentioned before, right? The fan diameter is 11 inches. That's where they got that number from. 279.4 millimeters. Okay. The runtime is up to 4.5 hours. All right, and that says at the maximum speed with a 5 amp hour battery. All right, I have a 5 amp hour battery. Okay, so hopefully we'll get something close to that. All right, and it's sold separately. All right, and then so it includes the fan. And that's it. Okay. All right. And then so the good thing about Dewalt stuff is they have a pretty good warranty. It has a 3-year limited warranty, 1-year free service, and a 90-day money-back guarantee. All right. So if you like break it or something happens to it in 90 days, you can return it and they'll give your money back or something. I don't know if you don't like it. Okay, let's go unbox it. All right, I've already opened it up. Like I mentioned, this is an open box, so I don't know what to expect when I open it. Okay, there's the fan itself, and it comes with the manual. There you go. Okay. The baggie off. All right, it looks brand new to me. Okay, and there it is. So honestly, I was expecting it to be a little bigger than that. All right, if you look at my Vornado fan, all right, and you look at this fan, there's a big difference, right? This one kind of takes up the same space as the Vornado fan. Let's put them side by side real quick. Yeah, actually it does. It almost takes up the same space, but it packs up a lot better, all right? It doesn't have that goofy stand on it, so. All right, don't get me wrong, I still love this Vornado fan. I'm still going to use it at home, so. it does a great job at moving air. It's noisy, though. Okay, but anyway, there's the fan. Let's take a closer look at it. So there's the fan grill right there. It says Dewalt on the center. Supposedly these are 11-inch blades. All right, I think when you measure it from the diameter for the whole propeller dealie, all right. And then this is the fan control switch here. All right, it was already on. By the way, it was on max power. It's rubberized. It's nice. All right, it tells you. Yeah, so there's a little arrow here that tells you like what the setting is at. That's pretty nice. All right, so right now it's at the max setting, you see, and then this is off right there. Okay. Okay, this is where you would put the battery. We'll fire it up in a bit. And it says Dewalt 20V max. All right, and this is how much articulation it's got. All right, or how much you can move it or adjust it. All right. Oh, so you can go all the way like that. Okay, it's about almost 180, almost 180 degrees. I like that. I like that it has a lot of detents. All right, you can adjust it pretty much in any position you want. That's what I don't like about that guy. That guy is really hard to adjust where you want the air to blow. Okay, there's a carry handle right here. All right, very nice. They say you can hang it on stuff. I'm not sure how to do that. Oh, right here. I'm not 100% how that works, but how does that work? I don't know how that works, guys. Yeah, I think you can like hang it on stuff with these hooks here. All right, like so if you wanted to hang it up in your garage, you could probably hang it up with these hooks somewhere. All right, and they swivel like that. Let me go look at the manual real quick. Okay, the manual is pretty simple, guys. So there's a couple ways that you can mount this, guys. You can use these hooks here, all right, and they swivel like 180 degrees. And then when you don't use them, you just tuck them back in there, all right, and they snap back into place. And then there's some like padding here. So I guess I see what's going on here. You can run it like this, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, something like that. That's what the little pads here. There's no pads on the bottom, guys. That's kind of weird, right? You would think there's like be some kind of anti-vibration stuff on the bottom, but there it is. All right, it's pretty light. We can go weigh it real quick. Okay, yeah. So we'll use one of the hooks here, and then I've got a luggage scale here. All you have to do is pick it up. Okay. All right, and it's not heavy at all. It's about 3 pounds. Yeah, just about 3 pounds. Without the battery, it's 3 pounds. So it's very light. It's lighter than the rigid fan, than the blower, and it's lighter than my Vornado. And it supposedly it puts out twice the air that the Vornado does. All right, we'll see that when we fire it up. Okay, so there it is. On the back here it says Delta Charlie Echo 512 Jobsite Fan. All right, type 1, it's 20 volts. It eats at 1.2 amps. It's UL listed. All right, and there's a serial number right there. It's made in China too, wow, if you guys are wondering. Okay. Yeah, looks nice. All right, looks like all the Dewalt stuff, man. Good stuff. All right. Okay, I heard a lot of people use these for camping. So Hayes Mega does a lot of camping too, you know, especially when I go to the racetrack. And it's really convenient to have because you don't really need a power source. Your power source is this, all right, guys? So they're saying, oh, this is a 4 amp hour. This isn't a 5. Damn. Okay. So supposedly on a 5 amp hour battery, all right, this is a 4. I thought it was a 5. You can run this for 4.5 hours. My guess, you could probably run this for like 4 hours with a 4 amp hour battery, something like that. Okay. I do have a bunch of 2 amp hour batteries, so we can take those along. It's got a little battery indicator there to tell you how much charge it's got. 4 hours, hopefully that's plenty, all right? I will definitely bring the charger with me, all right? But there it is. All right, and then the battery just goes in here. All right, supposedly you can put a 5 amp hour battery, so there's probably a battery that's even bigger than this that you can stick in there. It'll all probably also work with all the other Dewalt battery stuff, all right? And then all you got to do is turn the switch on, and on it turns, all right? So that's at the lowest setting. Okay, it's pretty low. It's still, it moves pretty good air still, all right? That's about half. There's a lot of detents on it, so you can fine-tune how much air you want, you know. But I imagine you're probably going to want the max. All right, so that's maximum right there. And it moves a decent amount of air. And that's how noisy it is. Okay, so how I would use this on at the track to cool the light beam. All right, because when we charge the batteries, all right, so basically I would stick it like this, all right, and then I would aim it at the battery, okay, and that will help cool the battery down. The battery is the #1 thing you guys want to cool down. If the controller's hot and the motor's hot, then yeah, so you might want to cool those too, all right, but with this wide of air, it's hitting pretty much just the battery. Yeah, it's just hitting just the battery. So it's unfortunately, yeah, because the blades aren't very they're not very big on it, the wind that it produces is kind of narrow. It's almost like the blower. Right? But you can fine-tune it more, all right? But that's how I would use it, okay? Like you could probably put it underneath and cool the, yeah, look at that. You can cool the controller like that if you wanted to. All the air is getting to the controller. Alright. So my plan is to use this in conjunction with the rigid blower. Alright. So I would be something like that, alright. Or I would one thing I could do is move it to this side. Alright, and I have the battery cool the back side of the battery here, all right, from where you guys are looking, right? And then we'll have the blower fan cooling the battery from the other side. All right. Okay, and so there it is. That's the show and tell for my Dewalt Jobsite fan. All right, we're going to be using this at the racetrack. Yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about the cord. I heard that they had a previous version of a Jobsite fan, and it worked on batteries and cord power also, all right? Unfortunately, this one only works off the battery, all right? So once your battery's dead, you either got to find another one or charge the one that you got. So that's kind of the drawback there, all right? It only runs off of batteries. And at the racetrack, we're going to have access to AC power, so we could just use that, all right? But one thing I like about this is its form factor is a lot, you know, it takes up almost it takes up the same space as the fan, but the stand is so goofy on this thing. I don't like it, man. It's hard to store and stuff, right? This kind of, it just, you know, it takes up the shape of about a rectangle, okay? So you can kind of put it like that, you know, and store it like that any way you want. All right, it's rugged. Also, I do like that it's a IP54 certified, so you can get wet. All right. How wet? I'm not sure. All right, but chances are, if it's raining, we're probably not gonna need it anyways. Okay. But yeah, Hades Mega has to get in the habit of taking these fans with him all the time, because they're more more often than not, Hayes Mega needs the fan, right? And I forget it, and I'm like, oh, I could use that fan to cool the battery down. You know, it would have kept the battery from overheating, you know, that type of thing. Okay, so yeah, but the thing is, like, on really hot days, you're just going to be blowing hot air into the battery, though, so that's one of the drawbacks, all right? But as long as the temperature, the ambient temperature is cooler than that of the battery, you will be able to cool it down at least a little bit, okay? That's a scoop, okay? So, anyway, so there it is. That's the Dewalt fan I got that we're going to be using for the Light-B in 2024. Look how much smaller it is, man. It's much thinner. It takes up the same height as the Vornado fan, but it's literally half as thick. All right, the Vornado fan does have good adjustability, and it does have a similar throttle. All right, you can adjust how powerful the fan is. It's really, you know, it is very variable. Okay, so all right. Anyway, we're gonna use this in conjunction with the blower fan. All right, I do like that blower fan. It's like, you know, it's compact and it blows a lot of air. So. And yeah, so but it'll be nice to not have to worry about wires getting tangled and stuff. All right, but now we got to worry about charging batteries. Okay, keeping batteries charged up. But it runs for about 4.5 hours, and I don't think the battery takes that long to charge too. So, okay, thanks for watching. Hayes out.